What a beautiful smell. This is the basil pasta sauce that you, your family, your guests need. This is simplicity at its best, but the simple ingredients, maximum flavors. You are gonna love it, and you need this in your books. Oh, let's go and cook it together. These are the ingredients to make a fantastic basil pasta sauce. The most important ingredient are the peeled tomatoes. Here I have a large can, 2.5 kilos, of Italian peeled tomatoes. Please make sure you get Italian tomatoes, nice and sweet. It's very important what you pick, okay? So if you can't find a large tin, you can get 6 small tins from the supermarket. Peeled tomatoes, Italian peeled tomatoes. There is no sugar involved in this recipe. Then we need 1 carrot, 1 stick of celery, and half medium-sized onion, a nice bunch of fresh basil, extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. Simplicity at its best. To cook this sauce, I like to use a cast iron pan or a copper pan. I like a pot that retains the heat, that cooks slowly. If you don't have any of these, use a stainless steel pot. The first thing I like to do is to blend the peeled tomatoes. When we make pizza, I always say crush your tomatoes with your hands, but this is different. We're making a sauce, okay, to eat with pasta, so we can blend it. So this is what we do. We go straight in the can, and if you have more cans, just use a bowl. We go straight in the can, and we want to gently blend it. Oh, this is beautiful. See, this is what we want. The smell of Italy. It's very sweet. I can tell already. It's nice and sweet. And this is very important that your tomatoes are sweet. Never, never, never use sugar for your pasta sauce. Do not put sugar. The natural sugar for your sauce is the carrot. The sweetness of the carrot, the natural sweetness of the carrot is your sugar. Some Marzano peeled tomatoes are probably the most expensive peeled tomatoes you can get. If you are willing to pay the price for some Marzano, of course, it's the best. If not, these are normal Italian peeled tomatoes. They will do the job. Now we put this on the side. And what I like to do, I like to blend my soffritto. This is something very important in my recipe, okay? Nonna doesn't do it, lots of Italians don't do it, but this is something I do, and trust me, it's gonna take your basil pasta sauce to the next level. We're gonna blend onion, carrots, and celery together. So, let's cut it. Just help the blender. So we just cut the onion, just cut the celery. Now with the carrot, I like to keep the skin on. I know lots of people remove the skin. See, my family, they always remove the skin, but I like to keep skin on my fruit and vegetables, always. I always eat fruit and vegetable with the skin, because I think the skin has lots of benefits, and I never get rid of it. So clean it very well, and you'll be safe. At this point, we want to be generous with extra virgin olive oil. Like you need lots. Here we go. See, I've got about 7 or 8 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We'll put a little splash of water. A little bit more. We might need more, just no more. It's just water from the tap. We close it, and now we blend it until we get a cream soffritto, okay? Creamy soffritto. Ready? Let's go. See this? We don't have chunks, but we have beautiful, creamy soffritto. See that? This is beautiful. When you eat it, your kids won't know that you have celery, carrots, and onion in there. We don't have chunks, but we have a creamy soffritto that will disappear in the sauce. It will make the sauce thicker. This is the secret to a perfect sauce. For me, this is a very important step. There is a big difference between shredded or grated soffritto and blended creamy. This, for me, is the only way to do it now. So what we do is we get a nice pot, just cast iron. So we want a gentle flame here. We got a medium low more than medium, okay? We want this to be gentle. We do not want to burn our sauce, and we do want to take our time because you don't have to do anything. Once the ingredients are in the pot, you don't do anything. First thing to do, about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Not much. And now we add the soffritto. And what we do now is we stir the soffritto, and we want to cook this soffritto for about 10 minutes, okay? Not very low heat. So it's important that we cover it. It's very important that we let it slowly cook. All the ingredients get to know each other, and they will give us amazing flavors to the sauce. See, it's been about 2-3 minutes. Look at this. Look at this beautiful soffritto. It is important to put the lid on so you keep the moisture inside and the steam doesn't burn a soffritto. If by any chance you see the soffritto dried up, you add a little bit of tap water. But to me, at the moment, it looks beautiful and creamy. That's why it's important to do this gently, not on a high heat, because you do not want to burn this. You want to keep this nice and sweet. We don't want to burn flavors. If you want to be safe, you add a splash of water, okay? So this way we keep this nice and moist. 7 more minutes and this will be ready. Look at this, look at this. You can see the soffritto is thicker and the soffritto changed color. You can see it's a lot darker than it was before. See? And that's what you want. We have 2 extra minutes before we add the tomatoes. See at this point, it's been almost 10 minutes. You can see at this point it's getting a little bit dry. Well, we know that now because it's dry, it needs the sauce, okay? It's now time for us to add the sauce. Look at this beautiful sauce, look at this. Ah, the smell of Italy in a can, look at that. Now we put the tomatoes in there. Try not to be messy, of course you will get some tomato spilling out of this, but now in my opinion, I know there are some people that like to go in and put water in here and I don't do that. I don't do that because I don't want water in my tomato sauce, okay? Now from this moment, I only want tomatoes and the soffritto making love together. Now we really need to stir very well because we need the soffritto to combine very well with the sauce. Now your sauce here, it will be not orange, but it won't be dark red. It will be more of a light red sauce, simply because we have a creamy soffritto. But don't forget, this creamy soffritto is your secret to a great sauce. It's your secret to a nice sweet sauce. The carrots is what balance the sauce, okay? So you do need this. But look at that, look at the color. It looks like a very nice, vibrant color. At the moment, we don't add any salt, we don't add any pepper, and definitely we don't put basil. The basil is the last thing we're gonna put in. What we want to do now, cook these on a low heat, okay? Put the lid on. So when you cook the sauce, remember, you put the lid on, and what happens is, the steam goes up, touches the lid, and it goes back down, okay? That's a very important detail. And then you create a type of water, a little bit watery on top. But that's very important for the cooking process, okay? But what happens is, towards the end, we want to get rid of the lid, so we get rid of this water that is on the surface. We're going to get rid of that moisture, or that water that is staying on top of the surface. These will cook beautifully. You need to go and stir every 10 minutes, just in case. You want to stir every 10, maximum 20 minutes. And we're going to cook this for 1 hour. 1 hour. You can do this in half an hour, easy. But I want to make it perfect. I want to make it nice and thick. So 1 hour of cooking. Are you okay with that? It's been about 10 minutes. Let's see what's happening with the sauce. It's gently cooking, which is nice. And that's what we want. Nice, gentle cooking sauce. Not too aggressive, okay? I don't like to do this in an aggressive way. Guys, you have about 60 minutes now to do whatever you want. You can watch my videos. So what you can do, between one Vincenzo's plate video and the other, you can go and stir the sauce. It's been almost 1 hour. And look at the sauce. Look how the sauce looks, guys. Look how beautiful. Look at that. It's nice. It's thick. Let's remove. Okay, we don't need the lid anymore now. At this point, we don't need the lid anymore. Now, this is an important step. There is no salt and pepper yet. So, what we do? Get a spoon. Let's try a little bit. I'll try a little bit of the sauce to see how much salt we need to add. Oh my God, so beautiful. Oh wow. So nice the way it is. So beautiful, just as it is. I think it's personal. Me, I don't want to put too much salt. When you add the cheese to your pasta or to your dish, that's when you add the natural salt, okay? But I'm gonna be generous for you. This is sea salt that I'm grinding, so that you know. And with the pepper, I like to be generous. Nice amount of pepper. Now, we're still on a low heat. We want to stir. We want to make sure the salt and the pepper go everywhere. The best part about this recipe is you don't have to do anything. Once the preps are done, the pot does everything for you. A beautiful sauce is done. Okay, so this is what we do. Remove it from the stove. I want you to pay attention to the thickness. We're gonna do a test soon. Look at the thickness. Look how thick this beautiful sauce is. This is the most important part of the recipe. We're adding flavors, the basil flavors into the sauce. The reason why we put the basil now is because the sauce is not cooking. The basil will release all the beautiful flavors into the sauce now, gently. If you cook or boil the basil, you destroy all the beautiful flavors. Add it now, and the basil will be very nice to you. So, of course, we do not chop the basil with a knife. You just use your hands and go in. The small leaf doesn't have to be cut. The bigger one you can. Do not count how much basil you use. You want to use as much as you can. So at the moment the basil is releasing the flavors. And it is very important that you let the basil rest in the sauce. If you leave the sauce overnight on the stove, let me tell you, it will get a lot more flavors because of the basil, okay? Of course, you can use this straight away. This is ready to be used. But if you leave it overnight, from my personal experience, I can tell you the sauce will be a lot more tasty. Well, what do you do now? Now, if you're only using, let's say, half of this for lunch, the other half, you can freeze it, okay? You can put it in the bottle and store it in the fridge for up to, I don't know, 5-10 days. Or freeze it. I just put it in an airtight container or even in a Ziploc bag, and you freeze it as much as you want. Very important, I want to do the thickness test, and this is why I don't put any water in my sauce, okay? I want to make sure that the sauce is nice and thick, so we get a white plate, put it right in, and look at that. Look how thick this is. Nice and thick. There's no water, it's just thickness. Got some extra virgin olive oil on the side. This is what you want, guys. I always try my sauce before I serve it. You have to, right? So let's get a spoon. Let's get a tomato. I've got a bit of basil as well. You want to be generous with the basil. Nice consistency. Rich, thick, sweet, natural. The soffritto plays an important role. The basil at the end releases all these beautiful fresh flavors. Oh my God, this is good. This is something that honestly fine dining restaurants don't even do this. This is simplicity at its best, and you can only find it at home, homemade. This is homemade at its best. I can guarantee any kids will love it, any of your guests will love it, anyone won't say no to this. Guaranteed. Guys, please write a comment below. Say thank you first for sharing this magical recipe, and then let me know if you're gonna make it, if you have made it, what your family think, what you think. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Ma very good pasta. Vincenzo's Plate.